Hey guys, we're back for Bar Rescue. Don't tell Mom, the bar is dead.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
We're back, people. It's Bar Rescue. The whole team is back. I don't know, is my mic working?
Yeah, your mic's working.
Is
I
it?
hear you.
Yeah. All right. It was a little echoey, but listen, you guys, tonight's episode, Don't Tell Mom, the bar is dead.
Yes.
Wow. And okay, I'm Keven Undergaro here with Dorinda and Gabby.
Hi, guys.
Ladies, welcome back. You guys watched this episode a couple of times, you said. You loved it that much.
I did. I watched it twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Dorinda watched it twice. I watched it once, but I made my boyfriend watch it with me.
Starting from the, you know what, guys? Can we got to go down and go back up, because something's up with my mic. I'm telling you, I'm hearing.
You hear an echo?
I'm hearing me on your mics. I'm not.
That's weird.
It's not. It's not that.
We'll let you take care of it.
I can hear them.
Down to 40 minutes. That's a cute snap.
It is a video.
Why is it from?
Okay. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Okay, that sounds better.
Yeah, you got
That's better. Yep. Okay.
I hit that first.
You guys, we're back for Bar Rescue. Don't tell Mom, the bar is dead.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
You guys, it's Bar Rescue and we're back. My mic is still a little hollow, people, but you know what? I'm just going to power through.
Well, you sound great to me, Kev.
I got newbies in the booth. You know, John would not be pleased. Anyway, okay.
Wait till you meet him, guys.
Yeah, wait till you meet John. Yeah, John would not. Oh my God. Well, he'd rip my ass out first, and I'd have to rip out your assholes. You guys, we're in Colorado at a craft bar with another. Seems like an owner that's been overserved. Guys, this is really bothering me. This audio. Okay, I don't know. You guys, we got to shut down. We got to fix this. I get Marissa out of the booth and Juliet.
Can you do my
so sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Here, like this. Where it's like up, down, and you get the after.
Until the yellow thing happens. Okay, this should have worked because the yellow
Think
thing
so?
happened and the thing went on your face.
Okay, let's
So,
see.
double check.
Yes. Sure. Hello. Hey guys, this is Gabby for Bar Rescue, episode 219, I think. I don't even know. But date 2/19/2017. I'm here with Keven Undergaro, Dorinda Barker, and myself, Gabrielle Loren. Today we're going to be talking about Don't Tell Mom. Not the babysitter's dead, but the bar is dead. And we only say that because the mom has no idea what's going on. Yeah. Okay, back on my mic. Sure. So we have Sean Albawab. He is the prospective owner tonight on Bar Rescue's episode. He owns State Pub. He is one of the lucky ones where he was just given this bar. Now, he was given money from, I guess, an investor, someone who already owns the place, in order for him to take over. I think it was okay. Do you want me to jump back over there so I can like hear it and tell you at the same time? Let me check. Okay, hello? Hey, not that it's buzzing, but I mean, maybe there's a little bit of feedback in the sense of like some white noise. I don't know. Is that what he's hearing? It's very minor, but I mean, I do hear something. No, I think I hear it more here. And now I'm hearing like, it sounds like a car driving by. Okay. Because I'm hearing that in my headphones. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but. Can you hand me that phone?
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, perfect. Look at this.
still have that up there.
Well, if it is what it is, then I'll play through. Maybe the Tomorrow Show sounds much better now.
We can try swapping the mics if you want.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's just okay.
Actually, I think I hear it in my headphones too, but it's not as much
You're
of
gonna,
like
you're
a.
gonna hear a part of the room for sure, like on every microphone. But it's just a matter of presence.
Something's So wait, here's the thing. What other mics are hot right now in this room?
It should just be these three.
Is the
But
other
I-
one disconnected? Because I'm pretty sure it's connected.
Yeah,
This is
it's,
so weird.
it's connected.
This only works sometimes.
That's
It's
disconnected.
disconnected. So it should be.
Because look, it blurred like that. And
Yeah.
nothing
Are you
else.
sure that
That's
none of those
weird.
mics are
You
on
have to
behind
hold
you?
it, like, so slow.
100%.
Very
Right now.
soft.
Because here,
It should
it
not
just.
be, but-
Can you talk into just? You don't have to put them on. Just talk into the mic.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Okay.
1 2 1 2.
I'm just picking up so much of you over there that I shouldn't be.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and maybe is my mic up too high?
I'll check.
You know what I mean? Like,
It
because
shouldn't be.
I'm just. They're all down, right? So only 3 are up. But maybe it's a matter of bringing us down because, like I said, I'm hearing you like way too crystal clear.
Okay. Let me double check the headphone app as well.
I am. I'm picking up. That's the whole thing. I'm picking up way too much atmosphere.
Okay.
You know, for a mic like this, that's, you know,
Yeah.
I'm picking up way too much. I mean, you know, guys, these
Gotta
mics
turn
are
it down
designed
one
for me to
notch.
pick up stuff here,
Yeah.
and I'm hearing stuff way too clear over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I heard the like cars going by.
That's what I mean. That's
Yeah.
not normal.
Yeah.
And that's never been normal.
Well, the door is also open.
No, but I mean like in the headphones as
Headphones?
opposed
Yeah.
to out here.
Like even your footsteps. Like I'm just saying, I've never.
Experience that.
No, there's so much
Is there a setting
background
that
noise.
you can
There's
switch on
literally
there?
so much background noise that there's got to be either another mic on or these are just up too high.
Because sometimes these mics also, like some of them have switches where you can make it omni or like
Yeah, these don't.
They
But
don't,
that's
uh,
what's crazy. Like it should be
Yeah,
just
you're,
this, but
you gotta be in the correct face of the microphone. Because
Right.
otherwise,
but there's so much that's been being picked up here, and
Could
No,
just the
it's not that.
condos in?
It's-
Is that what you're saying?
Hey, what is the password for here for Wi-Fi?
it's AFTERBUZZ, one word, all lowercase.
All lowercase. Thank you.
Yeah, it should be AFTERBUZZ hosts. Should be the name of the Wi-Fi as well.
this is just a headset, right?
And then AFTERBUZZ.
So on the
lowercase.
mixer, is there a way to bring these levels down on the mic
Yeah,
so we don't
yeah, I'll-
hear? That's what. Try that. Let's try that. Let's try bringing the levels down here. So because maybe I feel like they're just so red hot that they're picking up everything. Like it should, like the way this sounds, right? I'm almost
It's
hearing
like
it over
over-
here,
like over here,
and I
yeah.
think it's you guys probably did it to compensate for lame hosts. I'm serious. Who do all this fucking shit instead
And
of
don't speak
doing
to
your
them.
job and
Yeah.
producing them and saying, guys, talk on the mic. So you're making it so when they're up here, sure, I hear you, but that it sounds hollow and
Yeah,
tinny.
because I
noticed
could
that
hear
James.
you way back. I can hear myself super clear
you
from
know, it's
here.
like it's very upsetting to me because we put on 150 shows a week, and it's like, and you guys make these rogue moves. I'm not saying it's you. It's probably not you. It's usually a Stephen Lemieux move. I'm already sounding better. Whatever you're doing there, I'm sounding better. Steve, you raised it up.
I'm gonna go in there and
All
check.
right, go in. So maybe it's an up or down. I just know that something's not right. I know, but the problem is it's picking up everything, and we sound echoey. You know, so let's try this. I want you. We can go way up and we can go way down.
Look at the quality of that.
To what? It looks so good.
It's so good.
Okay, talk, guys. Talk.
Hey,
That's it.
what's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on, Kev?
Hi guys, what's
okay.
going on?
Oh,
I'm
my
talking.
goodness.
I'm talking.
We're
Talking.
speaking.
What's that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Talk.
Hey.
What's up? What's
talk.
going
What's
on?
going
Everybody
on?
all up.
Talk.
Everybody, what's
talk.
I don't even
going
hear
on?
myself.
I can't hear.
But no, there's a way down.
Hello? Hello? I don't hear myself.
Okay, let's do this. I want you to take me through it and bring us all down to a lower level, not the lowest. Okay? and then we're gonna go up from there. So, tell me where we're at now. Do you have it down lower? Okay, so we're at lower. You girls talk with me. What do you think of tonight's show?
I loved it. I thought this was one of the best bar rescue
Dorinda, what did
And
you
episodes.
I
think?
also thought, like, the mother, of course, was enabling the son.
Okay, and that's us lower?
Yeah.
Okay, now bring it, you can bring it up. Are we up? Okay, so we're up. So guys, what did you think of tonight's show?
It was amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I actually watched it twice.
Okay, all right. And then where was it at before, Anthony? Okay, okay. All right, so guys, what did you think of tonight's show?
Phenomenal.
I loved it. I thought
Okay,
it was great.
so bring it back to the medium level. And you know what, you guys, it's actually this mic. It might be because they sound fantastic.
Now it's better.
Yeah, it's definitely much better.
All right, let me see.
Did you see this?
I'm going to put in mic number 1.
That's real. I saw that yesterday jogging.
You're joking.
I swear to God, jogging. I saw that.
Someone's a hoarder.
Inside was, it was crazy.
Can you go back to that photo?
Yeah.
The other way? Oh, you can't
Okay,
zoom in.
test 1 2, test 1
Oh,
2.
I have it on my thing.
Test 1 2. I think it sounds a little better. A little bit. Maybe it was a mic. I don't know. Just definitely yeah, I don't know, something's up. I'm going to listen to the other shows too because we're not.
That's a moving recycling bin.
It really is.
I'm just hearing so much. Okay. All right, let's start the show. Give us the intro all the way with the music, not just coming in with the vocals. And let's try this again.
We're back. Oh, no, that's not what I'm sorry, guys.
Why are we just hearing everything? Do you guys hear? Yes. Do you guys hear the AC and stuff?
I hear the
the
noise.
noise.
It's like a, yeah, I guess it's AC.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by white noise.
Mm-hmm. Bar Rescue is back, people. Don't tell Mom. The bar is dead.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
You guys, we're back. Bar Rescue. We're in Colorado. We're making over bars. And a new twist. An owner that drinks. Keven Undergaro here with my girls, Dorinda and Gabby.
Hi, guys.
Hi, how's it going?
You guys love this episode.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
For so many
and
reasons.
2 viewings, right?
Yeah. I
Two
watched it
viewings
twice.
for Dorinda.
Yeah, I watched it twice.
Okay. Why?
Well, for a couple of reasons. I just thought this guy was so ridiculous on so many levels. I thought I had missed some stuff just by being in awe of some of the things that he did. He got pretty much everything for free and was just pissing it down the drain.
Yeah, he got what we call a sweetheart deal.
Oh, such a sweetheart deal.
So it's like, $10,000. Here's $10,000 to start this up.
Yeah.
And you just give me rent. Just make the rent.
Which he wasn't even making.
Yeah,
No.
he was supposed to start paying it, October 1st? He was supposed to start paying it October 1st. So he had a certain amount of time to not pay rent. I think maybe a half a year, was it? I'm not quite sure on that time frame. But yeah, it's crazy. And still couldn't pay it. And his mom was paying his rent. So
His house rent, or apartment rent.
Yes.
Ridiculous. This is a classic case of someone who's very privileged, getting everything they need from mommy and daddy, and also the, I guess, current owner.
I mean, we've just, we have seen it before. Like nothing's new. There's no surprise at all, other than he got a free bar. I mean, that was cool.
Yeah. Right.
And you know what it was? It was probably one of those places that was a bar. We heard it was set up to be a bar. It was a bar, and it was just sitting there. So the owner probably said to himself, "Listen, I'll throw in $10,000, and you know what? Now I'll at least rent it out because it's probably sitting there dormant, and not making any money." So it was like, why not? Here's the keys. Go get them.
I almost wish we knew more of the backstory between the owner and the prospective owner and why he just volunteered to give him $10,000 irresponsibly.
No, I mean, I guess if I were to guess, I would say that either he owned the bar and couldn't do the bar anymore, or the bar wasn't making money, or someone else operated the bar, and maybe it wasn't making money anymore. But it's all set up to be a bar. And if you're a landlord, it's, well, do you go in there? Do you rent it out to somebody else? Which probably nobody wanted the bar because maybe they knew it was a dud in a bad location. Or do you go in and renovate it yourself and then rent it out to somebody else? But that's a lot of work, a lot of effort. So, and he probably liked this kid and thought, hey, why not?
Speaking of this kid, I don't know about you guys, but how did he have 15 years of bar experience and not know what he was doing?
Well, because he may have been slinging drinks, and then he's a drunk. So when you're slinging drinks, and you just, you wipe the bar down, and then you just start pounding drinks afterwards. Like, you're not going to learn about payroll. You're not going to learn about inventory. You're not going to, you know what I mean? You don't learn any of that stuff.
He's obviously not a star employee or a mixologist, and I hate that they call it a craft bar, because when I look at this bar, it doesn't say anything about being craft. And I'm sure you're laughing at this because you come from the bartending world. Right?
Wait, the state pub?
The state pub is a craft bar.
It is not a craft bar. Like, you're.
Yes, it was.
I think that's a lot of what I'm going to be doing today on the show.
Wait, why wasn't it a craft bar?
It just didn't speak to me as being craft at all. I didn't think there was anything craft about it. And they had their few beers on tap in this dirty well.
Yeah, how do these places have like the giant selection of alcohol
and they didn't know their product?
When they don't know their product, where they storing the product? I mean, like the place was just, I mean, it was the decor was as bad as the Bar Rescue decor gets. The filth is as bad. We've seen a little worse, but pretty bad.
We've seen it where we've seen mice running around and things. So and dead mice.
And interesting though that do you notice there wasn't a big get this place cleaned up and I'll come back? You know that we didn't even have time for that, right?
I think he just had to worry about his behavior and kind of fixing his personality flaws.
Right.
Yeah, and I can just imagine what that bar smelled like. Because I always think about that when it smelled
awesome.
Like, it's like, ugh. No. Unless they had a lot of pine tree air fresheners hanging around.
I thought, I really liked that we had Sean Ford and Vic Vegas.
Oh, I love Vic Vegas. And I like Sean Ford is growing on me.
Yeah, he's great.
Really growing on me. I do really like him, but I love Vic Vegas.
Well, they go
he's got
like
a personality.
Truly, it's like the two deputies. Like they went in and both were just horrified. So going to them being in the truck, the SUV for recon. Have we seen anyone less sanitary?
I mean, yeah, we have seen people.
Well, and behavior. I mean, he was wiping sweat. He's smoking. Do you know what I mean? He went to the bathroom. He cleaned the bathroom. Like he really was. He might be a winner. As an individual.
I was thinking.
I don't know if we've
this.
seen anyone handle food as amazing as he handled food.
No, I don't think so. But you know what? What I will say, we did have an episode back, I think, in our first season, because I thought about this. This episode made me think about all the episodes we have done before. And there was this one time where the employees would go in the back and smoke, and the guy used a spatula. It almost looked like a kitty litter scoop to scoop out like the cigarette butts, and then he went back into the kitchen and started cooking. So
still not as good as my guy. My guy's smoking, wiping sweat,
way worse.
cleaning the bathroom.
We've had
and that's
Arizona.
illegal.
Yeah, and doing all that stuff. And we see he's also abusive to the other staff, and they all quit on him, basically. And Caitlin, there's always the one nice, enabling codependent like me who hangs in and takes the beating. Man, I always say my next life I want to come back and be an alcoholic.
Kevin.
Who has it better than them? You're drunk all the time. You always have people enable you. You know, the mother like paying your bills. How many of these horrible owners, and we've seen like the most amazing staff hang in with them.
Well, unfortunately, though, not everybody has someone paying their bills when they're an alcoholic.
I mean,
that's very true.
I just know a lot that do. They're enabled.
Well,
Most are. That's how they keep going, unless they're on the street.
Yeah.
That's when they're at. That's when it's like everyone has. But for the most part, for the ones who aren't in the street, they're alcoholics. Somebody's helping them along. It's nice. It's a good way of life.
I'm good with my 2 to 3 drinks for the night, and then I can call it one.
Well, here's the interesting thing. He's got 5 weeks, or he's going to lose this bar, and it was funny that John. It was really astute of him to rip this guy's asshole, like obviously, but then to say, hey, John knew, like, I'm going to fix this bar, and only for you to lose it, and then the owner's going to get a brand new bar. So why am I going to waste my time? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
he was like, it is impossible for you to pay. Was it 24 months or 12 months?
I think he said
unpaid-
13.
Oh, it's 12.
13 months of unpaid
So he had
rent.
a year
months.
to pay. That's what it was. He had a year to pay him. Start paying.
That's
him
why he's at
rent.
35,000 in debt.
Yeah. If you add it up, I think it's 13 months plus the 10,000.
You know, when you, but you know, in all seriousness, when you're drinking like that, there's just no way to keep a clear head. And when you drink or you do drugs, you just care less and less about anything else other than that high or that buzz. And so forget cleaning and keeping the place, you know. That's why they say like a functioning alcoholic's actually very rare. You hear the term a lot, but it's actually very rare. You know, to be the one who's the alcoholic, but then keeping the place clean, keeping the place in order, doing all the, you know. So, you know, just imagine you guys, like, when you were on your spring breaks or whatever. I mean, this guy's on a permanent spring break in his head. Where are you able to do payroll, inventory, quality control? None of that, you know?
Yeah, you really have to be able to have self-control in these situations and know when you need to stop to get your work
Well,
done.
wouldn't you think you'd know when you can't pay your bills?
Yeah, but because he was given everything, he doesn't have a rude awakening until John shows up because everything's handed to him.
What I still get nervous about now is we all know the bar rescue drill, and I hate how these owners are clued in because they're way too into, okay, you're right. Well, he fought back a little bit. You're breaking,
did in
why,
the beginning.
Why are you breaking my balls? Oh, I don't know.
I don't think that kid was ever told no. I think he was told he was a great kid all his life.
Well, we'll get to it later, but you could tell when the mom sat down with him, you know.
Yeah.
He's a mama's boy.
It was
Yeah, he
interesting
is.
to learn that Colorado, #2 in the country for craft beer. You know, and then learning that they were pouring it in mason jars as opposed to
yeah.
snifters.
Well-
Did you know that, Dorinda, that they need to be
Yes.
in snifters?
Yeah, because there's for a few reasons. First of all, it's 9% alcohol. That's number one, and it's because to let the aromatics out and to let it breathe. It's almost, beer is becoming almost like wine, and tequila is also becoming almost like wine. It's these tastings of just the different accents, and I'm becoming one of those snobby people right now. But there is a thing to it.
You know what I've been doing for on the Tomorrow Show? The Corolla Drink sponsors us, and I've been drinking his IPA Rant.
Oh, how is that?
It's amazing. And I was always like a light beer guy. I like my 22-degree Bud Light in the aluminum can. I'm good, or the aluminum bottle.
And Derek Phillips should hang out.
But it's you know what? You realize that you don't. It's almost flavorless compared to the IPA Rant, and when you get into the craft beers, you can taste all these interesting ingredients on your palate, and I'm enjoying it more. So it's interesting you say that, but there's more alcohol in them.
Yeah, and you learn all these different things and all these different great craft breweries that are out there in, you know, Lagunitas. Even we have Angel City right up here, or Golden Road, that right around us, and that you can do tastings there. But you start learning what the taste and how different it is, and putting what type of bottling you put them in, and how it changes the flavors as opposed to an aluminum can to a glass bottle and everything like that.
Who here is up for a good sloppy Joe?
I used to fantasize about them when I was younger.
I used to have them when I was a kid.
And I was just, my mouth was watering.
I was like, yay!
Big pail of sloppy Joe mystery meat that was left in there for days. And then, why would you microwave a bun? You'd only microwave a bun if it had to be defrosted. Why would you?
Yeah, and on top, it's
To
one of
turn
those
it
ones
rubbery?
that get like that chewy rubbery, like you have to like, yeah, elasticy.
It looked amazing. Forget the fact that it was completely unsanitary.
At one point he had gloves on, and then like 2 seconds later he had no gloves on.
Yes. What is the point then?
Yeah, then why did you even put the gloves on?
Well, I want to also mention, getting back to the mason jars, it was nice that they had the soapy residue taste.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. Well, you know you're getting a clean glass.
At least for that, it's sanitary. Let's put it
There
there.
you go. Sanitary, I guess, where that place could be.
I mean, did she actually say this? I wouldn't have written this down. My son is fucking amazing.
I don't think I heard that.
I wouldn't have written it down.
No, she must have said.
She went because she went back and forth. She went back and forth because notice when she was like, I didn't know this, and with John she was, but then when she sat with him, it was like, you can do it, honey. You've just had it
remember
hard.
that part.
It was just the amazing enabling parent, you know, like, which
Like the generation before their parents
Right.
just beat them down into the
That's
ground.
right. Yeah,
That's
it'd be
exactly what it was. It's it's the grandparents who did this to them.
Yeah.
Their parents. They're like, we're not going to be like this to our kids now.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like we had it so hard. We don't want to do that to our kids, and then this is why all the monsters have come out now. But yeah, she sat. I mean, to sit with them, it's like, I don't know. At this point, she's whatever. Maybe he didn't have a male presence in his life either. Sometimes you need that.
Yeah, we don't know anything about if he has a father or not. They didn't bring it up.
I thought the deal with. I wish we could hear the landlord. I hope that wasn't just a taped phone call.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Because we didn't hear any
just
response.
To give you guys some reference, talking about when he called the landlord to make a deal to extend the lease.
Right. And it seemed as though it was like a planned out phone call, but it wasn't really a phone call. They probably worked out deals behind the scenes. I don't think he actually was calling anybody when he did that.
Gotcha.
It was too quick.
Yeah, and I'm sure John was in on that too.
Because he owes him all this money, and all of a sudden, with one quick question, he's going to say, "Yeah, let's do this deal."
Well,
no big deal.
Here's the thing. Sometimes, and I think that it just made it faster with the call because the guy didn't want to be on camera. But this is what becomes a slippery slope when you're someone who's owed money. So you're owed $35,000, and you ask yourself, "Do I walk away from the poker table and get nothing, or do I hang in with this bum just a little bit longer?" It's funny, even in the mob carny business and the mob business, when they would loan money out to people, you'd have these guys who would welch, and you'd say to yourself, well, do we break his legs or whatever, but then he can't work and pay us, or just cut our losses and don't sell him, don't loan him money, or don't let him gamble anymore, or God, if we hang in just a little longer, we'll get our money back. You know what I mean? Like, that's how they usually. So you get in that. When do you cut your losses? So you're never going to see that $35,000. But if you hang in a little longer, maybe, and now you got Taffer there, you're getting a new bar, maybe I can. So I'm sure that's, and it's the smart player is a businessman, because I would say, okay, I'll give you another 6 months, but at the end of the day, I'm going to get publicity, I'm going to get a brand new bar. And when your ass is out of there,
I'll get someone in there who actually knows what they're doing, and we can work this deal out
with a decent bar.
Yeah.
It would have been very interesting to me if they made this episode more dramatic, brought the owner in, and then kicked the prospective owner out. Proceeded with the original owner.
Yeah. It's just hard. You only get 4 days, and who knows what can really happen in that amount of time. I mean, it's enough that they do a giant renovation. But yeah, it would have been something. Yeah, only knows. I would love to talk to the real owner to find out how this all goes down. Who knows? Maybe it's family.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe it's family that
someone related
that cuffed him. Yeah. God, though, how fun would that be? Just to get $10,000 and to be able to, it just and just go and walk in.
Rent for
yeah. And just know that. Well, just know that even if you had to make your rent, Dorinda, but you're not taking out loans other than the $10,000. That's not going to kill you. It's not going to bury you for a lifetime.
No.
Most bar owners, it's like 50, 100, 150,000, 200,000, 250,000 more. You're really you're either investing your life savings or you're taking out major loans.
Yes.
And it's a huge risk. But I was like, I kept saying I'd move to Colorado and run that bar. Like, what a great life.
And the rent on that place wasn't a lot. and it would be easy to be able to keep it running.
And he made $18,000. It said he was grossing $18,000 a month, and he told John that that's $2,000 shy of paying the rent. But I don't know. I wish we had John to say. I don't know what percentage of your gross versus your rent. So like is it a quarter? Is it a fifth? Is it like what you should be?
Well, that's where I was
successful.
confused on. Those are little things I wish this episode did have, because that is one thing I think with Bar Rescue, since they like to change things up a little bit, I thought this would have been a perfect episode for them to explain certain things, like, okay, so rent, this is how much of the percentage would go towards rent. This is how much would go for the bills. This is what you should be making to be making a profit. I think that would have been this would have been a great learning lesson for that.
When you're that drunk again, I just can't see. I get to see money coming and going, and bills barely getting paid. And yeah, who even knows if it does seem like a family member owned that building, because probably even the gas, the rent, it was all being. Who knows if like there was an apartment upstairs, or if it was a bunch of units, right? And so even all that stuff was buried in, because this guy didn't seem like the type who's sitting at a desk writing. We've seen these bar owners, and they'll have the little office set up in the back. Like, we didn't even see that. I don't see this guy writing checks to the gas company, the electric company, the water bill. I don't see him doing any of that stuff. And
they had an outside though, right? Or that was just a little small area?
It was a small area, and there was a truck, and it was just weird. I don't know. Yeah, it was peculiar.
I'm actually texting to find out what the percentage is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, when Sean and Vic come in, Sean, he makes some nice simple drinks for them, so that's going to be easy on them. But Vic, I love the idea of the steam cooker. And he's like, listen, this stuff you're making, to make it right, takes 18 hours, like to slow cook and simmer and all this other stuff.
And I think the owner said that, or prospective owner said, that he had cooked the meat for 12 hours once.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Well,
such a waste of time.
Well, when you get one of these pressure cookers, like 45 minutes and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
I also found it interesting, you guys, there was no renovating the kitchen. There was no there was no renovating the kitchen. There was no like massive cleaning of the kitchen. It just was it was just strange, to me. Not that it wasn't a great episode, and I'd love, finally we got the concept I've been waiting for.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the basement.
Yeah, which was perfect.
When I saw this episode and they said man cave, I was thinking of you, Keven, automatically.
It's what half
the green rug was 70, my favorite.
70% of these owners need is just go and just open a bar in your basement and be done. Spend the money on that, enjoy it with your friends, and no one's going to get hurt.
Yeah, and I mean, even though it's geared towards men, like, I'm a female and I would love to go to the man cave.
Yeah.
Hang out, play pool.
Yeah, exactly.
It's totally up my alley.
Who doesn't love a good man cave? There's a commercial now about that where the women are downstairs watching like Real Housewives, and the men come down to watch the football game,
and they're like,
and then they're forced into like the little girls' dollhouse kind of thing.
I think more women are embracing it. I know Maria's setting up her office, and she's so excited, and she's like, I need a place where I can just have a couch and a desk and a flat panel and just be able to decompress, and she's so excited about it. And I said, I know we're obviously men and women are different, but why wouldn't you want your own like cool space that's just for you?
Yeah, true.
It is good.
But anyway, I guess we're jumping ahead, but I love that John ends up open up the blueprints, and he goes over everything, and I love this guy. He just had so little fight in him, like even over like, I'm gonna change the name, okay, like I mean, maybe because so much was just handed to him that he just didn't care, and he's so sedated by booze he didn't care. But needless to say, John, I love coming up with the idea I love the idea of making a basement, a man cave.
Yeah. And it was perfect for that space. It really was perfect for that space.
Yeah, right. And you could recycle the paneling in that place, and the outside just needed some paint.
This was one of my favorite remodels.
Really?
Yeah,
I think like to hear that.
The job that he was able to do inside there was incredible, because it was really like a 180. You know, they completely turned it around.
Okay, guys, I just got the info on that.
Okay.
From Heather Venna, who owns Murphy's in Rumson. I have to give a shout out because she's the one who sent it to us. It is about 10% of the net income. So 1,800, let's say 2,000, right? If he's bringing in 18,000, he should be able to pay that rent.
Right.
Yeah.
He should be able to, but again, you know, I mean, he didn't look like he was doing anything other than putting out some sloppy drinks, drinking a lot, and you know, and kind of microwaving old food.
Right. Yeah, literally.
And just to let you know the colors of the remodel, the orange and the green, and maybe that's why I loved it so much, reminded me when I was a little kid, and my sister, since there were so many of us, we had to share bedrooms and stuff.
Right.
So my father finally said, you guys can pick the color of your room. My sister Kim and I could not get it together. So I picked that color green. She picked that color orange, actually.
Oh no!
And we could not. He's like, but you guys have to make a decision. And we couldn't do it. So my father got so fed up that he painted half the room that green, half the room that
That's kind
orange.
of cool.
And it was like that for about 15 years.
It was
Irish.
Christmas.
It was Christmas.
All year
Christmas
long.
or Irish?
Irish.
Irish,
Oh,
right?
both.
At Asia.
Christmas is always red and green, though.
Tell me about. I mean, listen, we skipped over the stress test, but go figure. He just got in the way, and the bartenders didn't know what they were doing. But
I mean, yeah, there's nothing
No
really else to
surprise,
say about
right?
that.
Tell me about beer cocktails.
They're yummy. I've had
And
some.
they
They're
get-
really good.
Yeah, do you like them, Dorinda?
They're okay. It's a different concept for me, but I've actually had some. I've had some with Guinness, actually, with a port, not a Guinness and a porter, and they're actually pretty good. I haven't had one in a couple years, though. That's why I'm like...
They're supposed to be the rage, right?
I've had shanties before, where it's like the 7-Up and the light beer, and those are actually quite refreshing.
But are these are in the bar business? Are these the new thing? That's what they were saying.
I mean,
Well, I know the craft beer thing. Well, I know the craft beer thing is out of control. I
Yeah.
mean, I think-
Depends where you go. Like
Yeah.
some restaurants or lounges cater to that sort of cocktail menu.
Gotcha.
Yeah, a few years ago they tried to make a go of it. I don't know if that's kind of if they're trying to bring it back though.
Well,
They might be trying to bring it back.
we become the downstairs bar and kitchen, and even just having kitchen shows that okay, some food there, which is nice. Yeah, and I like when you're able to do remodels with more innovation and less work. So you know, to find out how to make the paneling work and to make that kind of nondescript exterior work. The orange awning, and then you have that kind of long vertical sign. But
Everything was cohesive, the
Right.
way they did it. And I love how John Taffer comes in, recreates the signage, ties everything in the front. I mean, we saw the menu issue in the beginning of the
it was so
episode.
bad.
They had a huge menu sign on the side of the building with literally all of the ingredients, like all of their products and the prices. Who does that? I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that
No.
before. Never.
No, so they needed to rip that down. That was a big one for me. And on the interior, just the bringing together, you know, the paneling like you mentioned with the stools and the tabletops and the new finishes. I thought everything was really
like
nice.
John said, every basement has the awful rug.
Yes, the
Take
green
that.
rug.
That's why I
So great.
loved it. And
It
it's
was
just
amazing.
really where they had the pool table.
I know, right?
Was
And
so
the
good.
couch.
Yes, the
And-
pool table, the couch. That's where the rug was. I was like, that's just perfect.
And he put the couch on the step, which I thought was
Yeah.
great, just to elevate it. You know, give it just a little bit of texture.
yes.
And what I loved, and I wanted to look up, was the retro TV set.
Yes,
Yes.
with the tapes.
But with the flat panel, I mean, with the modern HD technology.
Right.
You
I
know,
still have one of those in my
That's
house.
cool.
Those
No.
old TVs.
does it work?
Yes, somewhere.
Wait, stop it. Wait, back home?
Yeah, I think that we had definitely have one back home.
I had one back home too, in my
But
room.
you still do?
I mean, my mom probably threw it out because she moved,
I
but.
had-
I mean,
too.
like
I
the
have
wooden
it-
cabinet. You're talking like.
Oh, we
yeah,
know that
we were
too, yeah.
kids.
That's what I'm
We
talking
did in
about.
the
Yeah,
living
I'm talking
room.
the ones that have like the big back.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I have two at my house
Yeah.
right now in LA.
Okay, but
The
I.
thick backs. I know what
Yes.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
It comes
yeah,
out
no,
of the
no,
wood
no.
cabinet.
So I,
Oh, you're
right.
talking
those
about
two.
those. Yes,
No, I'm
yes,
talking about the
yes.
wooden cabinet, and then the
Oh, no, we had
best
those with
would
kids.
even
I
have a
don't have
record
those
player on the side, like your grandparents would have
Those
these.
were amazing.
But that's what he had up on the wall. He had one of those pieces of wooden. It's a wooden cabinet, and that's what you'd see in the basement. Because back in the
Yeah.
day, you would move the living room TV down to the basement for the kids.
That
And
was
they would
me.
get the second right. They would get the secondhand TV, and so this old wooden. So it was one of those old wooden pieces of They were actually furniture, and I remember my grandparents had them, and they would, they on the side would be the record player, and they'd have flowers and pictures on them. They were actually
They need to
it was
bring
actually
those
furniture.
back.
Well,
I would love those to bring them back
well,
because
here's
it's,
what I want to
it's a
look
nice
into.
piece.
Here's the thing. I bet you anything, if we looked online, and John would tell us, I bet you there's a company that makes them and then puts in, takes out the guts of the old big giant tube, and what they used to have, and puts in a high definition flat panel, but in the cabinet, so you can still have that effect. Because I was like, wow, that would look. That's just such a great conversation piece. It does take up a lot of space, rather than what we're so used to now, a flat panel on the wall. But even the fact that it didn't take up space because John hung it on the wall.
Yeah,
which
and
I
that
thought
was
was so cool.
He's so good at what he does.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty amazing. And they get 2 wells finally. They only had 1 well.
Which that was so annoying to me. I was getting
Oh my God.
agita watching
With
it.
1 well,
It
yeah.
was so much, and I was I felt for like the annoyance that they were having, the bartenders, because you're trying to work around everybody, and it's just so horrible.
And sharing a soda gun. I mean, I don't know how that works.
Let's go backwards and talk about when Sean stuck the material under the valves of the old craft beer spouts.
Yeah.
And what he saw, like the soot that came out. That's what I mean. Like, we didn't even get the cleaning of this place. I have to ask John why, because this place, I thought everyone would be, but who knows? Like, I think, John had mentioned me before that the harder bars sometimes are the ones that are so low staffed. Because what are you going to do? Clean it up, and it's like he's alone. The other
doesn't
girl,
have-
Caitlin's about to have a heart attack. So who really could have?
She's in love with him.
Probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah,
I think
probably.
she's in love with him because that was the other reason why I watched it twice, because I was watching the body language
Of them? Yeah.
Yes, and then
That
her
doesn't
sitting
surprise
next
me.
to the mother when they were doing the whole thing. She was real close in with the mama. I
Yeah.
was like, she's in love with
She's
him.
probably in love. Hanging
It's
in.
okay, girl, Caitlin. It's okay.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Ride it out. Just ride it out.
It's mine, actually. Yeah.
Okay, Anthony. Thank you for telling us
Although
that.
we
Anything else you'd
do-
like to add to our Bar Rescue fans? Oh my God! I told you it's
Love
World
it.
War I here.
It
The
is.
young troops
Things
just
change every day.
going to the front lines and getting picked off. So listen, up 25%. We went to the sales are up 25%. He's supposed to be paying his
Which
bills
is
back.
huge.
Caitlin is now a manager. And
I wonder why.
He supposedly doesn't drink. I went online, and the interesting thing is the reviews, they actually liked what Bar Rescue did.
Which is great.
People were like, we love it, we love the whole thing. Okay. But then there were a massive amount of reviews where they just were not a fan of this guy at all.
Oh, I could
They
understand.
really bash him. Now, is that many different people writing about him, or is it one person who had a vendetta? But there was some really stinging comments about how mean, what a bully, and just bad stuff written about him. It was weird. Again, he didn't seem like a good actor. He didn't seem like a phony. Like, he just seemed like a lame brat who, and a drunk, and I don't know.
He's just not a leader. That's what it is.
For sure.
Not a leader.
For sure. And then, guys, listen, next week, don't drink and own a bar. So it's like, that's what they advertised for next week. But we've got, it's a surprise. We have another owner who drinks and gets violent behind the bar.
Shocker.
I think we've learned that from just few episodes
But
in.
I've always said to John, and it's probably hard for him to admit because this is his business, but I always said, I wonder what the percentage of either alcoholics or practicing alcoholics or recovering alcoholics. I would not be surprised to know that number was over 50% of bar owners
I would
are
think
either
so.
recovering alcoholics or practicing alcoholics.
Yep.
Makes sense.
I mean, so that's why it's like they're throwing a dart on a board of all the bars, and they end up every week. It's to our delight. So it looks like we're gonna have next week. It looks like a douchebag,
Yes.
But we will be holding up this season for Wackadoodles.
Yes, Wackadoodles.
So we'll be looking forward to our Wackadoodles. This guy, I don't know where he even fit in.
He was like
Lame-a-doodle.
Lame-a-doodle. He was a lame-a-doodle. And we've had lame-a-doodles. He was a lame-a-doodle. You guys, listen. Gabby, where do we find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Gabby, Gabby_Loren. And then on Periscope, Gabrielle Loren. Snapchat, Twitter. Just find me.
And you can find me on Instagram at Dorinda B1, on Twitter at Lula Cherry Films. I'm on Snapchat, but I don't know what my thing is.
Well, we're going to find out by next
For
week.
next week.
I think, you know what? I think I'm actually doing a recon with Maria, another one. I'll let you guys know. I'll see if I can scam you guys in.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
I
would
will.
love that.
So it's got to be somewhere around here. You guys at Undergaro, please check out the Tomorrow Show Mondays and Thursdays, and you can also go to thetomorrowshow.com and at iTunes. But until then, you guys, listen, don't drink and own a bar, right?
Right.
Yes.
Lesson learned.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.